Hello, my name is Charles Phillips, and I'd like to show you some things being offered at New Auctions in the September 7th sale. Very close, it's coming up, my goodness, so have a look. I've collected some of these things over the years, I've enjoyed them and I've loved them, and the quality, in my opinion, is very good. And I'd like to tell you about, for one thing, my Wedgwood collection. I have collected Wedgwood for a long time. The royal blue jasperware is my favorite. Most of these pieces are 19th century, a few of them are 18th century, and these have an application today, even in a very modern house or a traditional house. They're so beautiful to use in the home. The quality of these pieces is exquisite. Quality control at Wedgwood was rigorous all through the career of the whole pottery, the whole 200 years they were in business, and I believe they're still operating. Everything is made with great care. And these things were retailed only by the finest stores, mostly in London and New York. They were very much the favorites of wealthy people in the Gilded Age, and Wedgwood is, for the most part, museum quality. Now, I have, for instance, all these smaller pieces. These beautiful little urns look absolutely stunning with flowers in them or a small potted orchid. And to range these down a dining room table instead of just a centerpiece, very beautiful. These little vases were made to hold flowers, and the ones that I've collected have kind of unusual decoration. These have the archers with the statue of Artemis, Sleeping Cupid, Love Disarmed. There's one here that's very hard to find, this little spill vase with Cupid and Psyche on it. And that might not be important to you. Maybe it's more about the look. But as I say, these things grouped together, full of flowers, potted plants, on a table for the holidays or for any time, very pretty. And even if you have a very contemporary home, if you mix these things with beautiful white dishes, heavy silver crystal, just gorgeous. I have this Portland vase, which was probably Wedgwood's most famous model. They were made in all sizes, several of which we have in the sale. This medium-sized one is quite pretty, and it takes very little just to put a couple of flowers to make this look really important, very special. And as you'll see later on in our little presentation, when you see all the pieces together, if you can just picture it in bookshelves, in a beautiful house, with books, with other objects, it really does make quite an impressive collection and impressive presentation. Some of the things we have are these cash pows. Now, cash pows come in handy. I don't care who made them, where they were made. Everybody likes to have a potted plant in the house, and these are beautiful. These are cash pows versus jardiniers. The difference being a cash pow has no hole in the bottom. This was meant to disguise a muddy old clay nursery pot. It would come in from the greenhouse or from the shop, plop it in, all of a sudden you have something quite elegant to put in the drawing room or the dining room. Now today people love terracotta pots in any setting, but back in the day, in the 19th century, that would have been considered something kind of muddy and dirty, so we put them in these cash pots. And if you can picture these with this strong blue color, at Christmas time, when we like strong warm colors, think of these filled with coral amaryllis, bright chartreuse orchids, sprays of red berries, maybe a paperweight narcissus. Do it all white even, that would be pretty too. And they would be absolutely glorious on a front hall table in front of a beautiful gilded mirror, or really use your imagination. What if you had a wonderful piece of contemporary art? Think of the contrast, the juxtaposition of these beautiful 19th century pieces with a good work on paper by a contemporary artist, a local artist. That would really be important looking, really a knockout as people came into your home. And while we're back on the front hall of the table, the holidays, these wonderful things will be offered in November. A pair of very hard to find amethyst colored hurricane chimneys. When you see the purple mixed with the royal blue, mixed with the reds that I was just talking about, that would be really pretty. And these just glow so subtly. To walk into a front hall, there's nothing more welcoming when guests are coming to your home than seeing a lighted candle. Whether it's a beautiful little diptyque candle, a rigaud candle on the front hall table, or some beautiful candlesticks in chimneys like these, the warmth of a candle is very welcoming. I learned that from an old friend When I first started in the flower business, my dear old friend Emily Wardwell, who helped me so much, she was the manager of the country club, the banquet manager. And the first thing she told me is she always wanted to have a lighted candle in the front hall at the club, because when people came in, it was an automatic welcome. And that's always stuck with me, and I thought it was a good idea. So things like this, either on your table, on your buffet, golly, this would be really pretty on a buffet, with the potted plants in here, some Christmas greens, some evergreens, some red berries, really beautiful. While you're setting that holiday table, instead of those crate and barrel dishes, which everybody has, consider something like these. This is a very rare, hard to find set of 10 oversized Heron dinner plates. Heron is probably one of the most famous porcelain companies still in existence. The quality is phenomenal. These were modeled after old Meissen patterns with this basket weave, which you may or may not be able to see. But the decorations on this, so whimsical. The mushroom spray here, the little insects, the gooseberries, all of this was inspired by Meissen and Berlin porcelain. Heron is still in business today, and you'll see, if you want to see a lot of Heron porcelain, look in any British-made movie, Gosford Park or the series The Crown. When they're looking for dishes to go in a royal household, it's always Heron. Heron is the go-to china, namely green Chinese bouquet. But this is more interesting. This one is really pretty too, with the pear that's been cut in half, this gray spray of foliage with these subtle, pale yellow berries. These are very beautiful. And yes, they do have gold on them. They should not really go in the dishwasher, but you could do it on a china setting if you have that. But they're also, it takes 5 minutes to wash them and put them away. And it really does make a difference. Everybody has the generic stuff. These really are interesting. These are, again, Heron. The pattern is called Market Garden, and these are going to be offered in September, and I think they're really gorgeous. And again, while we're setting that table, how about some champagne flutes for the holidays? There's a hard-to-find set of 12 Baccarat Harcourt, one of the most famous Baccarat patterns, available also. So right here, we have everything you would need for a glorious Thanksgiving table, beautiful Christmas table, any holiday table, and something for the front hall, something for the coffee table. That's another thing. These could go on a coffee table with various sized plants in them. That would be really pretty. And it's nice to have these cash pots and these little vases just to grab. Even if you put them in a vase room or a cupboard, keep them around the house. You get that beautiful plant at Trader Joe's or Heinen's, plop it in, and boom, all of a sudden it's elevated. It's something really special. So the quality of these is wonderful. The quality of these plates is wonderful. There are some beautiful things coming up on September 7th. So please have a look at the auction online. It's a great sale, and by all means, bid on something. Thanks very much. Nice to talk to you.